All right. Looks like we are back in business. A little MotoCommute with MotoThom. Come on, little lady. All right. So, we're going for a little ride again. Let's see, what can we come up with on this one? I think we've probably talked about everything that's worth talking about. But I'm sure there's some kind of nonsense we can ramble about on my way home. I've been looking at new motorcycles. That's right, I love my Guzzi, but it is a little small for me. And long rides are tricky. And also, there's definitely not much off-roading on this one. So, I've been looking at the new KTM 790 Adventure R. Unfortunately, it is not in the shops yet. So, we wait. But there's no rush, so that's fine. Hopefully I'll get to just ride one as soon as they come out. There's a place here in LA that actually deals in KTMs and BMWs, which are actually the two brands I'm looking at. So that's pretty convenient. Hopefully I can get to test a BMW F850 GS Adventure back to a KTM 790 Adventure R. They are two similar but very different bikes, is what I understand. So we'll see. More on that in the future. Anyway, I was reading a little bit of the news here at work, and I have a very animated talker there in the back. I don't know if you can see her in the mirror. There are some people where if you tied their hands to their back, they just wouldn't be able to speak, because, they just wouldn't. I think there's some joke somewhere on how to mute an Italian. You just tie his hands to his back, something like that. And some people are like that, and that's funny. Anyway, catching up on the news, and bad news from the moon. Apparently, China's little experiment with growing potatoes or whatever it was on the moon, well, it didn't fail. It's just once they switched off the heat, well, they were no longer able to stay alive, which is a shame. But that's to be expected. It gets pretty cold on the moon once the sun is gone. That's very nice of this person. Most people are good at getting out of your way. Once they see you, they just very kindly move out of the way and let you get on with your day, which is quite nice. You do run into the occasional dirtbag, but that's just how it goes in all walks of life. You know? What are we doing here? Are we making it? We are making it. Okay. So yeah, no more potatoes on the moon, or cabbage, whatever it was they were growing. Which is fine. It is what it is. But it was a neat little thing to try. There were some other things. What did I see? There was something pretty neat. Something science related. But, you know, who remembers anything science related these days? Yeah, I don't remember. SpaceX had a little mishap with their new rocket. It fell over in the wind down in Texas, which I guess could happen. It's a little tight here. Guess we'll wait. Apparently this, what do they call it? The something hopper? Space hopper? Whatever hopper. It's not meant to actually go into space. But it is part of something they're doing for their Mars mission. So, I guess if you want to know what it does, just Google it. So I really don't remember. Yeah, all right. You gotta have a little fun with this thing from time to time. It may not be the fastest bike in the world, but it's still a motorcycle. It's still fun. It's still good. But, you know, look out for people, not just cars. Gotta clean out those cylinders, you know? That's what you're doing, right? Keeping them clean. Spit out all that exhaust. Makes such a wonderful smell too. This intersection is always tricky. I've actually seen quite a few accidents here. People tend to get confused here with people going straight and making turns and whatnot. So, hey, at least I know, right? Alright, good folks of the YouTubes. This has been another episode of MotoThom and my MotoCommute on my Moto Guzzi V7 Series 3 Stone with the Army tank. And that's pretty much all there is to say to that. So I bid you all farewell and have a good night. And I'll catch you next time. Ta-ta.